What's up, everybody, and welcome to Metronome Madness. This, people, is my 912 Pokemon Metronome Battle Tournament. It is an epic tournament in the making, so make sure you stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot of these battles. What you see on your screen now is Division 1 of the tournament. How it will go to each division is 32 Pokemon, and there are 29 divisions. And we'll do something special with Division 29. But as you can see, Division 1 are the Pokemon you see before you, and the winner of Division 1 will fight Division 2 on that part of the tournament. But for now, let's go ahead and get through this division. For this stream, guys, we're going to be going through the matches 1, 2, and 3. Excuse me, matches 1, 2, and 3 of the tournament. So that's going to be Sunkern and Bunnelby, Cascoon and Igglybuff, Magikarp and Lotad, and we'll be commentating on what happens in the match and see what's going to happen. Metronome battles are so fun, like you never know what's going to happen. So I'm excited to show you guys this. So make sure you tune in live every time we have this up. And that way you guys can enjoy the tournament, you can make your predictions, and you can have lots of fun watching it. So without further ado, why don't we move into match number 1, Sunkern versus Bunnelby. Alright, so we're going to be starting this off, Sunkern versus Bunnelby, in match number 1 of our Metronome Madness 912 Pokemon tournament. Let's see who's going to win. Now, Sunkern is the weakest Pokemon out of all Pokemon, so it is probably not going to make it far, but you never know with the Metronome, so we'll see what happens. Bunnelby uses Pin Missile. That is a strong start from Bunnelby. Pin Missiles being super effective. It's gonna take out the Sunkern on the first hit. Wow, okay, so Sunkern did not last long here, but of course in our tournament it is 2 versus 2, so Sunkern does have its partner to help it out, so we'll see. Maybe his partner can last long enough to fight these two Bunnelby. I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so here comes the next Sunkern. Let's see what happens. Bunnelby starts again with Metronome. What move is it going to use? Uses Return. That's probably not going to do much. These Pokemon don't really like me that much. But we'll see what Sunkern does in return. Beat Up. Oh, but it's only going to hit once, I think. Yeah, because the other Sunkern is dead, and it's not going to do that much damage. Just chipping away. If Sunkern wants to win, it's going to have to do a little bit more damage than that. Razor Leaf, not very effective, so not the best move from the Bunnelby. Doing a bit of damage to Sunkern, though. Sunkern has an uphill battle. You have to think it doesn't have much it can actually do at this point. Doing a bit more chip damage to the Bunnelby. What's the next move Bunnelby is going to use? Let's check it out. Bunnelby starts off the turn using Phantom Force. Okay, so it's going to actually avoid whatever move Sunkern comes out with here. And it's going to hit in the next turn, so good. Oh, Inferno. Actually a strong move coming from the Sunkern, but misses because of the Phantom Force. And now we have Bunnelby going to hit the Sunkern. I don't know how much damage that's going to do with the Phantom Force, but probably good enough. Oh, a ton of damage. Almost takes the Sunkern out. Oh my gosh, Sunkern is hanging on by a thread. Flash Cannon. Don't think that's going to do too much. Sunkern needs a wish and a prayer if it wants to win this battle, and I doubt that it can. Bunnelby is going to make possibly its last move in this battle. Uses Trick or Treat, which is I don't know why you would do that, but adds Ghost type to Sunkern. Okay, not the best move from Bunnelby if it wants to do. And Sunny Day, no, you can't set up right now, Sunkern. It's not the time. You're losing. Sunkern uses Sunny Day. Maybe it wants to use a really strong fire type move or heal itself. Maybe we'll see what happens. And Bunnelby moves next. Let's see what it's going to do. Frenzy Plant, not very effective, but Sunkern has no health left. It's going to go ahead and take it out. So Bunnelby wins the first match. Now, it is always the best 2 out of 3. So they get to fight again, and we'll see who's going to come out on top. Now, the second match is always the berry battle. And the winner of this battle gets to bring a berry into their next battle, be it the next round of the tournament or the next match against this same Pokemon. Bunnelby starts off again using Wish, Going to try and heal itself if it takes any damage from the Sunkern. That could be very good. A good move setting up from the Bunnelby there. Sunkern wastes a turn, of course. Sunkern, you've got to come out stronger. I don't know what it's doing. They are not coming out strong at all. Bunnelby here using Lucky Chant. Gonna stop Sunkern from landing critical hits. That's... everything's looking bad and for the Sunkern here. It's not looking too good at all. Spatial Rin, though. Strong move. Powerful move. Let's see how much damage that does. Does about a quarter. A decent amount of damage, but then the wish comes true. Bunnelby just heals his health back up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sunkern can't do anything here. Bunnelby is just taking over this whole battle. Then it tries to heal again with Synthesis. It already had full health, so it's a waste of a move. Sunkern's going to use Mist. I don't think there were... I guess we could use Mist. I don't know what the purpose of Mist would be. Not the best move for Sunkern to use. It's got to attack. Super Fang gonna... oh, Sunkern avoids it. It was gonna take half of the health from Sunkern, but it happens to avoid it. Now it's gonna use Shift Gear, raising its speed. I believe Sunkern may be able to go first now, so that might have been a good move by Sunkern. Being able to move first, and it has an attack boost. So hopefully this can turn things around for the Sunkern. Let's see what it's going to do. Core Enforcer! Oh my goodness, what a strong move. Sunkern's not the strongest of Pokemon. I don't know if that's going to do a lot of damage, but oh my gosh, what a strong move coming from the Sunkern there. Now Bunnelby's going to take its turn. Look, not going to let Sunkern switch out into his partner. I don't know that was the best move to use, but just in case Sunkern wanted to switch for some reason, now it can't. But I doubt that's what Sunkern had in mind. Let's see what happens. We have Natural Gift. That's going to fail. Bad move by the Sunkern. You cannot afford to waste any turns. No turns at all. Roar of Time. Oh my. Bunnelby's going to hit Sunkern with a Roar of Time, taking massive damage. Oh my lord. It's just... no. Bunnelby's saying, look, I'm on top. Sunkern, you don't have any chance here. Oh, but Morning Sun. Wonderful move by Sunkern here. Going to heal back some of his HP. It's going to try and stay in this battle as long as it can. We'll see what can Sunkern do here. Hopefully it can do something. It's definitely the underdog. What move it's going to use? Lovely Kiss. I believe that puts the Pokemon to sleep. If I'm not... yes, it does. I always get Sweet Kiss and Lovely Kiss confused. So Bunnelby is asleep now, giving Sunkern a chance to maybe do a little bit more damage to this Bunnelby and take out his partner next. So maybe Sunkern can take advantage of this. Let's see what's going to happen. Shift Gear again. Wow, he uses it twice in a row. Going to raise his attack again. Maybe Sunkern has a really strong attacking move in mind. We don't know what's going to happen here, but it's raised its speed again and its attack. Bunnelby's still asleep. Sunkern can take advantage of this, I should say. Brutal Swing. That does, oh, a nice bit of damage to the Bunnelby. Decent amount of damage. Good stuff from Sunkern. What's next on Sunkern's agenda? Bunnelby's still asleep. Oh my goodness. It uses Hail. Probably not the best move. It's going to damage both sides since there's no Ice-type Pokemon on this field. Probably not the best move. Could have used an attacking move just to take out this Bunnelby, but now it's up. Has a chance to do damage to the Sunkern. Teeter Dance, going to confuse the Sunkern. Okay. Still, I'm not sure that they're using the best moves here. The Metronome is not working in their favor, but now each person takes damage by their Hail. Bunnelby only has a couple of turns left in this Hailstorm. Unless it heals itself, it's gonna faint and it'll be all left up to its partner. Here comes the Sunkern, moving first again because of the Shift Gears it used. Pain Split. Wait, that's gonna add health to Bunnelby. The worst move Sunkern could have used. Why would you do that, Sunkern? Oh my gosh. So, Quiver Dance, Bunnelby's just setting up. It's just setting up here. Bunnelby was going to be out in the next few turns, but Sunkern decided to give it some of its health. That's the worst move they could have done. Oh my gosh, this is not going to turn out well for Sunkern at all. Sunkern's confused. Will it break through? It does break through. It's going to use the Metronome. See what move it's going to use now. Needle Arm. It does have a plus attack. Yeah, it's boosted attack is going to take out the Bunnelby there. Okay, so Sunkern finally made it past the first Bunnelby. It took a lot, but it did actually defeat one. So now we have the next Bunnelby in line. If Sunkern can get past that, it'll be able to earn a berry and take on Bunnelby again for a third match. Hopefully it can do that. Sunkern snaps out of the Confuse and didn't actually hurt itself, I don't believe. And now let's see what it does. It uses Future Sight. Good move. Now there's going to be a future attack that's going to hit the Bunnelby no matter what, even if this Sunkern faints. Oh, now Bunnelby uses a Needle Arm of his own, but it's not very effective against the Grass-type Sunkern. So Sunkern's still going to live here. So now Sunkern's going to... Yes, Sunkern's going to move first again. Let's see what happens now. Charge Beam. Strong move. Maybe Sunkern can get a special attack buff as well. Barely does any damage, but it does raise Sunkern's special attack. Sunkern's doing a lot of setup here. It may be able to take out this Bunnelby, actually. Hydro Pump is going to be resisted, but the Sunkern cannot make it through it, so it's going to faint, and now it's all up to its partner. If its partner can make it past this Bunnelby, then they win the berry and move on to the next battle in this match. And once the next Sunkern comes out, don't know why it took so long to send it out. But okay, so now we have the second Sunkern on the field. What's going to happen here? Bunnelby uses Metronome. Now it's the faster of the two because the Shift Gears isn't on this one. Use Phantom Force. He used this in the first battle, not allowing Sunkern to hit it. So Sunkern should probably set up on this turn. He uses Heart Swap though. Not good attack. It did make use of that turn. Now it's going to be hit by that Phantom Force. We'll see how much damage that's going to do. Ooh, does a lot of damage to the Sunkern. Oh my gosh. This Sunkern, hopefully they can actually make it past this battle, but it doesn't look like. Use Swift though. Does a decent amount of damage to Bunnelby. What's Bunnelby going to do in return? All it needs is one good fire attack and Sunkern is done. Dazzling Gleam, strong move. Going to do massive damage to the Sunkern. Oh, it's hanging on just by a thread. It's already in yellow. Judgment, though. Oh, my gosh. Judgment comes from the Sunkern, and it takes Bunnelby down to 29 hit points. Oh, strong move from the Sunkern. It's still in this battle. It's saying it's not over yet. Here comes Bunnelby with the final gambit. Oh my, hits the Sunkern. Sunkern hangs on and Bunnelby faints because of the final gambit. Sunkern won. Now they won the berry. It's the third battle in this match. Sunkern can actually win this. That is crazy. Oh my gosh, Sunkern can actually win this battle. Hopefully, it might be able to pull it through, even though is going up against the stronger opponent. Zap Cannon coming from the Bunnelby. It is resisted. Not going to do too much damage to the Sunkern, but does paralyze it. Which I believe Zap Cannon paralyzes every turn. So now Sunkern has to get past that. It uses Power Trick. Not the best move, Sunkern. I don't know why you want to switch your attack and defense. But okay, so Sunkern switches attack and defense. Bunnelby has another chance to attack. It's going to use Waterfall. Resisted again by the Sunkern, but oh my. Even though it's resisted, it does a ton of damage. There goes the berry that Sunkern earned in the last battle. Now it heals back some of this health. I don't know if that's going to be enough for it. It is paralyzed. It breaks through though, using Assurance. Doing just a bit of damage. Gotta use a stronger move against this Bunnelby. What's Bunnelby going to do now in return? Here comes the Bunnelby using Magnitude. Resisted again. It's got to use some better moves here. Magnitude 7. Not going to do... Well, I stand corrected. It does a lot of damage even though it's resisted. Sunkern's taking a lot of damage. You got to imagine if this Bunnelby used moves that weren't resisted, it might have taken it out already. Sunkern not doing too much damage to the Bunnelby. Bunnelby's going to attack again. Using Disarming Voice. This might be it for this first Sunkern here. Let's see. Okay, it does survive, but it's in the red now. Sun Current only has about 1 or 2 moves left. Sludge Bomb going to take actually a decent amount of damage and poison Bunnelby. So Bunnelby's on a time clock now. Only going to last a couple of turns. We'll see what happens. Sun Current hasn't been paralyzed yet. So it's been doing pretty good even though it's been paralyzed. It got paralyzed by that Zap Cannon. It's still doing well. Oh, not a good move from the Bunnelby. He's going to use Bite. You have to imagine the poison's going to take it out before Bite takes effect. So bad move by the Bunnelby. Sun Current's probably going to go ahead and take... Well, the Feint Attack takes the Bunnelby out anyway. So here we go. Sun Current actually wins the first bit of that battle. Now all it has to do is defeat this last Bunnelby, and they'll be able to move on to the next round in the tournament. That would be surprising. I was not putting my money on a Sun Current here, but it looks like they've actually fought well. Tailwind coming from the Bunnelby, probably a stupid move. Its team is already faster. Tailwind is not needed, but Bunnelby finally gets paralyzed, so no attack from them. Not Bunnelby, Sun Current finally gets paralyzed, excuse me. Bunnelby is going to start with another Metronome. Power Whip, resisted. This team likes using resisted moves. Going to take out the Sun Current anyway, but it wasn't the best move to use. Now it's 1-on-1. They both have full health. Bunnelby versus Sun Current. So we'll have to see what's going to happen next. What's going to be made of this battle? Who's going to come out on top? It's the last battle. Who's going to move on to round 2 of Division 1 of our epic 912 Pokemon Metronome Battle Tournament? Let's check it out. Bunnelby, of course, is going to move first. Everything's on the line here. You store power. I don't think it's raised its health that much, so it's not going to do too much damage. It didn't raise any stats. Not a good move from the Bunnelby. Giving Sun Current a turn to use, Psycho Boost. Going to do almost half. Oh my gosh, but it lowers his special attack. Good move by the Sun Current. Sun Current's actually on top in this last bit of the battle. Can it pull through? Here comes a Fling. Bunnelby's not holding anything. Fling's gonna fail. But actually, a Sun Current could use Fling. It still has a berry. Here comes the Mega Kick. Oh my gosh. Bunnelby's about to go out. Sun Current's about to win, guys. This is insane. Sun Current's gonna win against the Bunnelby. Oh, Frost Breath. That's gonna be super effective. Can Sun Current live this? Oh, it's in the red. Oh, it was a crit. But we have the berry. Sun Current does have a chance. One good move, and it wins. It moves on to the second round of Division 1. Can Sun Current do it? What move is it going to use? Shadow Force. Oh my god. Wait. Shadow Force doesn't affect. Oh my goodness. Bunnelby picks up the berry. Its pickup ability. It uses the berry and it's going to heal itself. Oh my gosh. And then Shadow Force is not going to affect the Bunnelby. That's a bad move by the Sun Current. Now the Bunnelby has almost half health. What? Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? It was almost for sure over for the Bunnelby, but its pickup ability helped it out. It used the berry even though it didn't earn it. Here comes a Razor Leaf. Not very effective. Going to do a little bit of damage to the Sun Current, bringing it ever closer to death. Let's see what's going to happen. Amnesia, not the time to set up, Sun Current. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you do this? Sun Current, you have to attack. Why didn't you attack? Bunnelby's going to attack now. Possibly the last move of the battle. Throat Chop. How much damage is that going to do? It takes out the Sun Current. Unfortunately, Sun Current loses. Sun Current loses, unfortunately. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How? How did that happen? How did that happen, guys? Oh my gosh. So Sun Current has lost the first match of our Metronome Madness battle. That was interesting. Oh my goodness, that was so interesting. Sun Current actually almost won. I wouldn't have called it. I definitely wouldn't have called that. Elsie, thanks for the like. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. That was a bit crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to the next match. Lisa, welcome to the stream as well. Thank you for liking. So we're going to be moving on to the next match. I just have to prepare it. Metronome battles are always so exciting to watch. If you really, like, you never know what's going to happen. So it's just always, it's always crazy, I guess. I can't believe that Sunkern almost won. So that was a crazy battle. But let's go ahead and move on to Cascoon versus Igglybuff. We'll see who's going to win in that part of the tournament. I would say Igglybuff's probably at the disadvantage here, but you never know what can happen. Sunkern actually almost won. Maybe Igglybuff can pull through. Let's go ahead and watch the next match. Here we go. Igglybuff comes out, and then we have our Cascoon. What's gonna happen here? Cascoon's got a high defense, but Igglybuff has high HP, so you never know what's gonna happen here. Igglybuff's faster. It's gonna start off using Glare, so gonna set up things to start, paralyzing the Cascoon, giving it a chance to not attack every turn, maybe giving Igglybuff an extra boost or an extra opportunity to do damage against the Cascoon, I should say. So Igglybuff's gonna go again here. Fell Stinger, not very effective against the bug type Pokemon. I don't know, today everybody's using not very effective moves. Not the best move coming from the Igglybuff there. It's gotta probably use a fire type move or flying, something like that. Here comes the Mud Shot, gonna lower Igglybuff's accuracy. That could be detrimental. If it starts missing moves and can't damage this Cascoon, it could be all over for Igglybuff. What's going to happen next? We have an Aqua Tail coming from Igglybuff. How much damage is that going to do? Does a decent amount of damage, but not enough to do to take out this Cascoon, I should say. Bubble from Cascoon. Oh, the shed skin up. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. So the paralysis is going to wear off. It's not going to really affect Cascoon anymore. I don't even think it affected it at all. Here comes an Ice Shard from Igglybuff. Just some chip damage, not strong enough. Igglybuff's got to come out with some stronger move. Here comes Cascoon. Thunder Punch, strong move. Almost taking out Igglybuff, but it's going to paralyze it. I don't know why I said almost. It didn't almost take it out. It took it below half and paralyzed the Igglybuff. So Igglybuff, now the tables have turned. Now it might not move on every turn, and it's slower. Psychic Fangs comes out from the Cascoon. Almost takes out Igglybuff. Igglybuff's not doing too well in this battle. It's got to get some better moves. Muddy Water, that's a strong move. Don't know how much that's going to do against Cascoon. It does actually a lot of damage. Cascoon almost taken out by that. So now they're both in the red. We'll see who uses the better move in these next few turns. Rolling Kick. And that's going to do it. The first Igglybuff is down. Now we have to see if its partner can get past these two Cascoon. If he can pull out better moves than its partner did, then Igglybuff can come out on top here for sure. What's Igglybuff going to do? Oh, Cascoon goes first here. Excuse me. It's going to use Defense Curl. Raising its defense. Not good for Igglybuff. Cascoon already has a high defense, so it's going to have to use some special moves if it wants to do any damage to this Cascoon. Icy Wind comes out. That's a special move. Not very strong, though. I don't know how much damage that's going to do. It is enough, though. Oh, it got a crit. It's enough to take out Cascoon, so now it's 1v1. One Pokemon on each side. Here comes that second Cascoon. Who's going to go first here? I believe it's a speed tie, because they each keep going, alternating, going first. Here comes a Shockwave from Igglybuff. Does a decent amount of damage. No paralysis on that. Here comes a Sweet Kiss. That's going to confuse, I believe Sweet Kiss does. So now Igglybuff couldn't damage itself. Hopefully it doesn't. Can Igglybuff break out of this? Let's see. Now Cascoon's going to go again. Zap Cannon. What a powerful move. And that paralyzed now. Igglybuff is paralyzed and confused. That could be very detrimental. Oh my gosh, and it hurts itself. This is bad for Igglybuff. Cascoon, all he needs is a couple of good moves, and it's all over for Igglybuff. It's got to do something. It's got to hit it with a Fire Blast, something. I don't know what they're going to do. Psychic Fangs again. The Cascoon seem to really like that move. Taking Igglybuff down to 37 HP. It's confused. It breaks through the confusion and the paralysis. Igglybuff, what are you going to do? Flare Bits! Oh my gosh, that's the move it needed. Will it take out the Cascoon though? It doesn't take it out, but takes it down to red. Igglybuff's hit by the recoil though. That could be detrimental. It has to hope that Cascoon wastes this turn. If it does, Igglybuff can potentially win. It uses Taunt. Oh my goodness. Now Igglybuff can't use Metronome. It's going to struggle. That could be it for Igglybuff. I don't believe his struggle is going to be enough to take out the Cascoon. Oh my gosh, what a good move by Cascoon, ensuring its victory. Uses Will-O-Wisp, doesn't matter because Igglybuff is already paralyzed. It uses struggle, and it wasn't enough, and Igglybuff is taken out by its own struggle. What a good move by Cascoon, oh my gosh. Okay, now here comes the second battle of match number 2. Of course, this is the berry battle. Whoever wins this battle gets to use the berry in their next battle, be it against another Pokemon or the third battle against the same one. Cascoon's going to start us off with another Metronome. Zap Cannon again. They really love this move for some reason. It's going to paralyze the Igglybuff, of course doing a lot of damage. Igglybuff, it's not going well. That's a bad start for Igglybuff. Not going well at all. Feint attack. It does break through the paralysis. Does a little bit of damage, not enough. It's gotta hit stronger. They have to do more like the Flare Blitz they used in the last battle. Okay, well here comes Laser Focus. Oh my. Cascoon's gonna concentrate, making sure it's gonna land that next hit against Igglybuff. Igglybuff's gotta do something, but it was paralyzed. That paralysis is being detrimental against the Igglybuff. Cascoon goes again, uses Wrap. So now Igglybuff might not move, and it's going to take a little bit of damage at the end of each turn due to that Wrap. Igglybuff's in a really bad spot here. Maybe it can break through. Minimize, not the best time for that. If it started the battle off with Minimize and stopped Cascoon from using that Zap Cannon, that would have been good. But right now, it's not the best time. Oh my goodness. So now what's going to happen? What's going to happen here? Cascoon's going to use Metronome again, and let's see what it's going to use. Curse. Okay, setting up. I think Cascoon's probably setting up for the next Igglybuff. This Igglybuff's got nothing going for it. Cascoon's going to raise his attack and defense. Igglybuff breaking through the paralysis using Recover. At least it's going to recover some HP. Not a bad move from Igglybuff. Okay, sticking in the battle a little bit. Let's see what's going to happen next. Still taking damage from that Wrap. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Cascoon's going to move next. It's always a wonder what they're going to use in Metronome. Leer. Okay, so it lowers Igglybuff's defense. Cascoon's not attacking anymore. I don't know why, but it's not attacking anymore. Here comes a Fury attack from Igglybuff. Not doing a lot of damage. That's a nothing attack. That's not doing anything. Going to hit 4 times. Done no damage against this Cascoon. Cascoon's like stalling. It's playing with its prey here. It's not a good move on Cascoon. It's like unsportsmanlike conduct going on here. Alright, Cascoon, can you actually attack? Magic Coat! It's refusing to attack. It's definitely refusing to attack the Igglybuff. That could be detrimental to it. You never know. Here comes a Frenzy Plant. That's going to be resisted. Strong move, but not... Oh, I stand corrected. Does a ton of damage to the Cascoon. Igglybuff using a good move here. Hurt by the Wrap again. It's still only got a few turns left unless it heals itself again. Here comes the Cascoon. Gonna move using Attract. They are both the same gender, so unfortunately Attract is not going to work. And the Wrap damage takes more... Oh no, Igglybuff's released from Wrap, so now it doesn't have to worry about that damage. Cascoon, I don't know what you've been doing for the past few turns, but here comes a Charge Beam. Igglybuff avoids it because of the Minimize. That was a good move. I talked bad about it, but it was a good move. Sky Drop from Igglybuff, going to take Cascoon into the air and prevent it from attacking this turn, and it's going to do super effective damage. It might actually take this Cascoon out. Not enough to take it out. Super effective, but it is in the red. So let's see what happens. The tables have turned. What has happened? Igglybuff was on the brink of losing, and now the tables have turned. Cascoon has wasted like 6 turns in a row. Blast Burn, though. Oh my gosh, what a strong move. almost takes out Igglybuff. And Igglybuff just has one chance to take out this cat. Happy Hour, are you celebrating? Igglybuff, is not the time to celebrate. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, it's celebrating early because it almost took out the Cascoon, but it's about to die itself. It was just didn't take advantage of the turn that Cascoon had to recharge. But then it uses Grass Whistle, gonna put it to sleep. Maybe it knew that it was gonna have a chance to just attack all at once. Okay, so Igglybuff now has an extra turn to use, even though it's on the brink of death here. What? What will it do? Here comes possibly the last Metronome. Smackdown. That's super effective and gonna take out... I'm sorry, I stand corrected again. It doesn't take out this Cascoon. I don't know what's happening anymore. I have no idea what's happening in this battle. Cascoon wakes up, and will it take out the Igglybuff? No, it uses Swallow. These two Pokemon are just horrible at fighting. Here comes a Wing Attack. The super effective attack wasn't needed, but it does take out the first Cascoon. So we're finally past that. What an interesting turn of events. I don't even know what to say about how these two have been fighting, but Cascoon's partner comes out. We'll see what happens next. Can Igglybuff actually win and force Cascoon into a third battle, or will it not win? That's that's the question. Oh, Igglybuff's Q-Charm kicks in, but it doesn't matter because it fainted. So that was kind of a waste there. But now we're on to one-on-one. The last Igglybuff against the last Cascoon. Let's see what happens here. So, who's going to go first? I believe it's Cascoon, or it's a speed tie. So, Igglybuff goes first. Igglybuff's going to use Metronome. Will it use a good move? Metal Burst. But it failed. Okay, so that was not a good move. So, Igglybuff could not attack that. But, oh my, why are they both trying to use Metal Burst? Neither one of you are Steel-type Pokemon. Stop trying to use Metal Burst. Okay, Cascoon's gonna go first this turn. And it's gonna use Magnetic Flux. These moves that they're pulling out here, I don't know what's... Dragon Dance. Igglybuff's gonna raise its speed and its attack, I believe. Yeah, attack and speed. So Igglybuff may go first every turn now. And if it uses attacking moves, it could actually take out this Cascoon. Icy Wind, that's not an attacking move, physical attacking move, but it is, it does do a decent amount of damage. Not bad, I guess. Here comes the Cascoon. Constrict. What is Cascoon wrapping and constricting this Igglybuff with? I'm a bit confused here. I guess maybe it's using string. I don't know, but it keeps on using these wrapping type moves. Grass Whistle again. Not a lot of variety from these two Pokemon. They're choosing the same moves, but Igglybuff going to put Cascoon to sleep, hopefully giving itself extra turns to attack. So will Cascoon stay asleep is the question. Igglybuff's going to move first because of his speed boost. And then he uses Grass Pledge. That is resisted. Going to do a decent amount of damage though. Cascoon's still asleep. Oh, but Cascoon's Shed Skin comes in handy again, waking it up from the sleep, so it doesn't last too long. So Cascoon has an ability to take out the Igglybuff. Still, it's not in the clear yet. Moonguy's Beam. Oh my gosh, that is interesting to see Igglybuff use, and that almost takes out Cascoon. Oh my goodness. So Igglybuff may actually use this Razor Leaf coming from the Cascoon. Can it get a critical hit? It does get a critical hit, doing about a third of damage to the Igglybuff, but it's not enough. Igglybuff just needs one good move, and it actually wins this, earning itself a berry to take on Cascoon in the next one. And it does. It takes out the Cascoon. That's it, guys. We're going into a third battle. Here we go. Igglybuff versus Cascoon, the last battle of this match. It's been an interesting one. We'll see what happens. Igglybuff can actually pull through, being a baby Pokemon against a Stage 1 Pokemon. That is a big difference. If it wins, that would be great. Roar of Time coming from Cascoon, but Igglybuff's a Fairy type, so it doesn't do anything. Petal Blizzard is going to be resisted. Could have used a better move. who's going to go first this time? Because it is a speed tie between these two again. So now we have Cascoon going first. Venoshock. That's super effective against the Igglybuff, doing a nice bit of damage. About a third of Igglybuff's health. Igglybuff needs to come out with something strong. Another Moongeist Beam. Oh my gosh. It just really likes that move apparently. And it does over half health against the Cascoon. 2 Moongeist Beam from this Igglybuff. Igglybuff, you're not a Lunala. I don't know why you keep using this. Double hit's gonna come out. Then the berry. Igglybuff definitely is getting an advantage with these berries. So, it's actually going to gain some health back, giving it an opportunity to take out this first Cascoon. Twin Needle coming out. That's resisted. That's not going to do a lot of damage. Maybe it can get a poison off. It doesn't, though. Metronome from Cascoon. Here we go. Clear Smog. Okay, gonna do some damage. Actually, no, that's super effective. Going to do a nice bit of damage to the Igglybuff. Igglybuff, it's going to use Nuzzle, paralyzing the Cascoon. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it has that paralysis. But we have to remember Cascoon's Shed Skin, which takes effect right now. So that the paralysis did nothing at all. What a wasted move from Igglybuff. You need something stronger. Maybe use Fire Blast. I don't know. Here comes a workup. Probably not the best time to do this. These setup moves need to be done in the beginning of the battle, not when you're in red health, Igglybuff. You need to do them earlier. Here comes Cascoon using an Uproar. That's actually a decent move, and it's going to take out the Igglybuff. Now this Cascoon is locked into using Uproar, so it's going to be doing that to Igglybuff's partner as well. Igglybuff has to take out this Cascoon before Uproar does too much damage. That's going to be its best bet. But Cascoon moves first with the Uproar, doing about a quarter of Igglybuff's health there. What will Igglybuff do? Mega Horn, strong move. It's resisted, but I don't know if it's not enough to take out this Cascoon. It's on the edge. It has just hanging on by a string, but it still has its partner, and Igglybuff's already down to half health. But the berry kicks in, so Igglybuff is bringing his health back up, but it's still at a huge disadvantage here. Conversion 2. Oh, okay. So Igglybuff is now the ghost type, not going to be affected by normal type moves. Maybe that'll work in his advantage. We never know, but to me, that's not the best move it could have used. Splash! Igglybuff, why? Igglybuff is pretty much throwing the match here. It used Celebrate in the first battle, and now uses Splash. Oh my gosh, that was an Ice Hammer from the Cascoon, almost taking out this Igglybuff. Igglybuff, it needs a prayer. In order to win this, it just needs a miracle or something. Wonder Room coming out. Pretty much the worst move Igglybuff could have done here. It has to attack. It has a whole nother Cascoon to fight, and this Cascoon's been on like 2 HP for the last 4 attacks. But it does avoid the double slap because of the conversion, so it did come in handy for Igglybuff, we have to say at least. What move is going to use? Magma Storm. There's a good move. That's going to take out the Cascoon, and it didn't matter that it was a fire type because Cascoon was on 2 HP. But now it's one Cascoon versus this one Igglybuff. Igglybuff has already used its berry and it's below half health, so it is at a huge disadvantage. It would definitely need some help in order to get past this battle. What will it do? Cascoon's going to start things off. Frost Breath, I can't talk here, but Frost Breath against the Igglybuff, and almost takes it out with a crit. 7 HP left. Igglybuff needs something strong here. Sheer Cold! Oh, but Cascoon avoids it. Igglybuff would have won if it landed that Sheer Cold. That's insane. That's insane. Here comes the Cascoon. It's going to use Pollen Puff, and that's it. That's it. Igglybuff loses this battle, and now Cascoon moves on to the next round. Oh, what a battle. Oh, my goodness. These things are, it's insane. The stuff that's happening in these battles is insane. So we have one more battle to watch for tonight, We're going to be watching Magikarp versus Lotad, and we'll see who will come on top there. You guys can make your predictions. Who do you think will win? Magikarp actually can attack now. It has more than Splash and Tackle, so I think Magikarp can actually do pretty well in this battle, possibly, but we'll see what the Metronome decides. That's the thing in Metronome battles. It can be anything. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start our third battle, the last battle of tonight, Magikarp versus Lotad, and see who comes out on top. Alright, so we're going to start off. Here goes the Lotad, and then Magikarp, flopping around on the field. Poor Magikarp. So, what's going to happen here? Who's going to start first? Magikarp's actually faster. It's going to use Metronome to start things off, and it uses Minimize. Actually a good move. Igglybuff probably could have learned from this Magikarp because it used Minimize at the beginning of the battle, raising his evasiveness. And Lotad tries to use Gear Up, but it fails. So now we'll have to see what Magikarp's going to do to start this battle. Here comes a Confuse Ray. Magikarp's really setting things up, so it's minimized. So Lotad's got a high chance of missing, and now it's got a chance of hitting itself. Actually a good start from this Magikarp, and Lotad does hurt itself in confusion. Good start from Magikarp. Surprisingly, to me, it's the underdog in this battle, but you never know what can happen. Here comes a Dark Void. Magikarp is not a Darkrai. You can't use that move, so that's going to fail. Only Darkrai can use Dark Void. Here comes a Rolling Kick from the Lotad. It does miss because of the Minimize. Oh my gosh, Magikarp is really, it's putting itself in a good position here. Crunch coming from the Magikarp. How much damage is that going to do? Not a lot, but Lotad still is confused. Can it break through? It does break through. What move will it use? Sparkling Aria. Strong move, but that's resisted by the Magikarp, so probably not the best move to use, although it does take a decent amount of health from Magikarp. So Magikarp's got to come out with something strong, because now they're about even on HP, even though Magikarp has set things up. Aurora Beam, that's going to be neutral against the Lotad, because it's part grass type, doesn't do a lot of damage. And then Lotad breaks through the confusion again. Here comes the next attack, Rock Polish. Lotad's going to make itself faster, so Magikarp can't move first in these battles anymore. So that might be a really smart move coming from Lotad here. Here comes an attack from Magikarp. Fairy Lock. That's a useless move here. That's, yep. No one will be able to run away. I don't think anyone was trying to run away, Magikarp, but okay. So here comes the Lotad. It's going to use Peck. Not a strong move, but brings Magikarp below half health. So Magikarp is starting to lose this battle here. It's got to use some better moves. Lotad's going to use a low sweep. It is avoided again. Those fighting type moves isn't landing for Lotad due to that Minimize that Magikarp started the battle with. Sonic Boom does a base 20 damage. Going to take that health away from Lotad. It's below half health now. Magikarp is back on top of this battle. So it's going to move again. Psycho Cut. Good move. Actually high critical hit ratio. No crit there. And Lotad's in the red. Magikarp is playing really well here. Parting Shot. Oh my gosh. Lotad's going to take itself... Wait, it does take itself out. No, it switches out. Okay, so it switches out to its partner here. Going to lower some of the stats of Magikarp and switch out to its partner. Excuse me. For some reason, I thought Parting Shot caused the Pokemon to faint, but I was incorrect there. So now it's against the partner Lotad, which has full HP. What will Magikarp do? Nothing, apparently. Magikarp's gonna do nothing. Here comes Lotad with an Ice Punch. Not very effective against this Magikarp. They gotta use some better moves. Lotad's not playing really well here. Not at all. Here comes Magikarp again with another Metronome. Here we go. Power Trip. Oh, okay. Cool. That does, like, no damage to Lotad there. Okay. Great move, Magikarp. Here comes a reversal. That's not going to do a lot of damage. Lotad has almost full health. So that's actually not the best move to use here. Magikarp's going to go again. Thunderbolt. That's going to be neutral against this Lotad, not taking a lot of damage though. Here comes the Lotad. I would have said Thunderbolt was a good move. Crab Hammer, again, avoided by the Magikarp because that Minimize. You gotta give props to Magikarp for using Minimize. It is helping it out a lot in this battle. Core Enforcer again. Oh my gosh. A Magikarp using Core Enforcer. This. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay, that's not very effective though. Against the Lotad. That does like no damage. But that was interesting to see. Sunsteel Strike. They're just trying to use all the strong moves, but it misses the Magikarp. That would have been resisted by Magikarp anyway, because it's a water-type Pokemon. Here comes Cross Poison. That's super effective against the Lotad. Now below half health, Magikarp is actually doing... It's chipping away at their health, but it's actually winning against both of these Lotad. You got to remember, the next Lotad's already in the red. And we have a full HP Magikarp waiting in the rafters, or on the bench, I should say, for this battle. Power-up Punch. That's going to do just a little bit of damage, but it does raise Magikarp attack. So if he uses a good attack in the next turn, it could take out this Lotad. Future Sight. So attack's going to be happening on the Magikarp side of the field there. It's not going to matter for this Magikarp, say, because it's at the bottom of its health. So it should probably try to hang on to stop the Future Sight from hitting his partner. Comes a Magnet Bomb. Not very effective. Not a good move, but again, Magikarp is chipping away at these Lotad. It's just chipping one by one at their health, and it's actually winning. Here comes Dragon Dance from Lotad, raising its, or was that? It was some kind of, that was not Dragon Dance. I did not see what move that was, but it raised its special attack and attack. It was probably Quiver Dance or something. This Magikarp really thinks it's a Dark Rider. It tried to use Dark Void again, and Magikarp avoided. Oh, very good. So Magikarp did hang on to take the Future Sight attack, so its partner does not have to worry about that. It's in a really good position to actually win this battle, surprisingly. I would say that it was at the disadvantage, but Magikarp is actually looking pretty good in this battle, even though it's 2v1 right now. Muddy Water. Lotad is going to avoid the attack. Probably not the best move to use. And then Roleplay. Okay, so we're going to switch abilities here. So Lotad gains the Rattled ability from Magikarp. Not the best move to do. That was probably the worst thing you could have done, Lotad. And here comes a Dragon Claw. Strong move from Magikarp. Not enough to take out the Lotad though, but it is in the red. And you gotta remember, its partner's in the red as well. So 2 good hits from this Magikarp and it wins the battle. Oh my gosh, that Hyper Force almost takes out Magikarp. Things have turned around now. Lotad is actually has the upper hand here. Here comes a Fury Cutter. That's super effective, and it is enough. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. It's enough to take out the Lotad, but Magikarp, one bad move from this Lotad, and Magikarp's gone. Wow, Lotad turned things around in one hit. That's crazy. So we have to see what's going to happen. Both Pokemon are in the red now. It's down to the wire. Here comes Fury Swipes. Will that be enough to take out Lotad? He did get 1 crit. 2 hits, 3 hits. 1 more hit will do it. 4 hits. Magikarp wins. Magikarp actually won. Okay, so Magikarp is up 1-0 against the Lotad. Now we have to see who's going to win the berry battle. Who's going to earn a berry to take into the next battle, again, be it against the round 2 Pokemon or against the same Pokemon in the 3rd battle. Here comes the Sonic Boom from Magikarp doing 20 points of damage. And Lotad using Soak. What a stupid move to use. I hate to call things stupid, but Magikarp is already a water type, so trying to turn it into a water type is the worst thing you could possibly do. Here comes Magikarp again. Will it play as well as it did in the last battle? Going to raise its defense. Magikarp setting up again. They really love to set up at the beginning of these battles. It's the best thing for them to do. So now it has really high defense here. Here we go. Yeah, Ally Switch. This is not a double battle, Lotad. Not the best thing for you to do. Magikarp gets an extra turn here now because Lotad wasted it. X Scissor, super effective move. That's going to do a ton of damage, taking Lotad below half health. Magikarp has come out strong again. What is happening right now? But there's a Geomancy. If Lotad can hang on, it's going to get a serious boost in its stats and possibly take out this Magikarp because of it. Magikarp's going to make use of the extra turn, though. Steel Wing, that's resisted. Not the best move to be used. And Geomancy actually does take effect, so Lotad's going to get a boost in his stats here. There you go. Special attack, rolls sharply. Special defense, rolls sharply. Speed, rolls sharply. It's like a super duper dragon dance. I don't know what you call it. Here comes Metronome against Magikarp. Not against, from Magikarp. Here we go. Hammer Arm, strong move. Lotad may not get to make use of that Geomancy. So here comes the Metronome from Lotad. Let's see what happens. Steamroller, that's a decent bug type move. It does no damage though to this Magikarp. Like pretty much nothing. And you have to give Magikarp credit for that defense boost that it gave itself in the beginning of the battle. Here comes the Metronome from Magikarp again. Rock Polish going to raise his speed up. Actually, probably a good move because Lotad used Geomancy, so now it's going to make sure it can move first again. So yeah, now it moves first. Now it's faster than the Lotad again. Actually, a good move. Here comes Spiderweb. Okay. That does... oh, you can't escape with Spiderweb. Okay, not a good move, Magikarp. Here we go. Flamethrower. It's resisted by Magikarp. Strong move, but... yeah, it does. Oh my gosh. Never mind. I was going to say it does nothing. It almost takes out Magikarp. And it burns it. Now Magikarp's attack is lowered because of the burn. And it's almost been taken out. It was playing so well for the whole battle. Here comes an Egg Bomb. That's going to take out this... no, it doesn't take out this Lotad. Lotad hangs on with 7 HP. And it's going to use Sky Drop. That's probably going to take out the Magikarp. Now we're going to be left with one Magikarp and one Lotad, because this Lotad here only has 7 HP. You have to imagine it's not going to last for too much longer. And will Magikarp survive the burn? It does. So actually, Magikarp's not taken out. I'm just, I have to stand corrected all over the place. I'm just wrong with everything I say, apparently. Here we go. Magikarp's going to use Metronome again. And it uses Bubble. Not very effective, but it may be enough to take... it's not enough to take out Lotad. It does 1 point of damage. Oh my gosh. Not the best move, but Worry Seed. That is kind of pointless. Gonna give Magikarp Insomnia, but it's almost dead. So I don't know why you would waste your time that. Magikarp hurt by the burn. It has 1 more turn left in this battle. Neither of these Pokemon are taking each other out here. Focus Blast. Well, that's enough to take out the Lotad. So now it's going to be 1v1 as the burn takes out Magikarp here. So now they both have lost in the same turn. Now it's down to the wire with Magikarp versus Lotad. 1v1. If Magikarp wins, it sweeps and it actually goes on to round 2. Lotad wins and force a third battle. We'll see what happens. Who's going to go first here? I believe Magikarp's the faster of the two. Magikarp uses Metronome, of course. It's the only move they know. And here comes a Blast Burn. That is a neutral move against this Lotad and does a decent amount of damage. However, Magikarp's going to have to recharge the next turn, so it may backfire on it using that move. Plus, now Lotad has paralyzed the Magikarp. So now Lotad's going to be faster as well. Now, so yeah, Magikarp has to recharge. Lotad's going to use Metronome. Psycho Boost. How much damage?